Are you really trying to cut costs by avoiding properties that have homeowners association fees? This could actually cost you a whole lot more than you think. Imagine living in a flat, condo, apartment that is well kept since you moved in. 10, 20, 50 years later, it's still looking as fresh as the day it has been built. When you go outside, you have a security team looking after you. You have maintenance crew cleaning the place, there are gardeners, and everything that has been worn out with time has been replaced. Can you imagine a property like this? Let me know in the comments below. Now I'm going to ask you, is this the sort of property that you would want to be living in terms of rental, and it fit your budget? Would you actually rent this place? Or how about if you were looking for a property to buy? Would this be up for consideration? And this is the purpose of homeowners association fees. It takes care of the maintenance staff, the cleaning staff, the security. And yes, these do go up with time. I mean, imagine you working for a company your whole life and you're still getting the salary you got from the first day you started. Now imagine a place with no homeowners association fees. Who's going to keep the place around you clean? Who's going to dispose of the trash? Who's going to be making sure that the place around you is secure? And if you're living in a condo, do you really expect someone, maybe one of your neighbors, to take money out of their own pocket, buy some paint, and paint the entire building, hoisting themselves how many floors off the ground, just to make sure the property retains its value? And as an investor, would you really put money into a place that looks dilapidated, like someone's about to demolish it, and the place hasn't been taken care of, there's trash scattered everywhere? If you're crazy enough to say yes, how much do you think will you have to shell out to fix the property? How much rent do you think can you get by renting a place like this out? How much do you think can this place appreciate over time, considering that it's not even secure, as compared to these other properties that have been well maintained? And also remember that when a place is renting for cheap, you are highly likely to attract the least responsible of tenants, which could later on spell missed payments and, oh my goodness, the drama of chasing after these tenants who won't pay, and there goes your profit. And based on my experience, I once rented a place shared amongst 5 people in a 1-bedroom unit, and it only cost $60 per head at a property that would actually rent out for $700 a month. And guess what? One of them actually burned an 8-inch diameter hole onto the kitchen counter. Needless to say, I was out of there the next week with my deposit. So as much as you want to cut costs to make a decent profit, it is actually these homeowners association fees that keeps your property at a high and growing value. And high value properties don't attract the likes of those I have just mentioned. Unless you do the same thing my previous landlord did, rent it out for cheap, then don't be surprised if your property gets trashed. So tell me, does any of these make sense? Let me know in the comments below, or if you want to pick my brain for high value investments, you can schedule a Zoom appointment with me. I'll leave the link in the description box below, and I'll see you there. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for